Music is evocative. It stirs emotions like battle drums. It strikes universal experiences like love and sadness. It cuts to the core of our memories and who we are. That said,
I am honored that my colleagues are here in comedy and in music.
we'll be looking at some of the parallels between music and comedy and exploring them through the comedian Dave Chappelle.
And like we'll be on a call, right? And they'll be like, "Oh, okay, Dave, we're gonna close the deal. Was that fine with you?" I'll be like, "Yeah, that's good for me." Great. You have a good weekend, Dave. I'll be like, "All right, you too, man. Peace." Oh, all right, bye-bye.
Dave Chappelle can be described as an observational comic.
Look at him. He loves it.
He goes into subjects like politics,
But boy, I wish she didn't fart in this great nation's face.
race,
This man kneeled on a man's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Can you imagine that?
history, and culture.
Juicy Smouillet, he's a very famous French actor. Y'all never heard of Juicy Smouillet?
He is known for his sketch comedy show, Chappelle Show, which parodied many aspects of American culture.
Illustration and cocoa butter. Looks like we got us a Negro amongst us. I'll just put that back down, monkey.
Monkey, don't you realize you're black?
Ah, from what I hear, this hat would say otherwise.
Like a master musician, he's practiced and honed his craft for years. From the technical aspects of delivery, timing, composition of material.
So there are different tools that we can use to change the color, the mood, and the personality of what we're dealing with.
Before I
So,
go
for
out,
example,
just to make sure
the
everything's cool.
extension-
You hear shit on it.
Calling all cars, Be on the lookout for a black male between 4'7" and 6'8".
Staying in the crib tonight, fuck that.
So that we change the mood.
There's no accounting for taste. In the same way, not all comedians might suit your particular taste. Comedy might speak and resonate with your particular experiences, but not others. Maybe culturally, rock resonates with you more than rap, or emotionally, hard metal resonates with you more than a love ballad.
Terrorists are smart. They know what they're doing there, you know. They terrorists. They know what black people's bad bargaining chips. They called the White House. Hello? We have got 5 black... Hello?
Still, there are some pieces of music that are universally admired, even if it's not the particular genre that you enjoy. Truly great comedy speaks in the same way and resonates universally.
Positive imagery. The bitch fly to Africa and tell one of them starving children that shit. What's wrong with you? I have not eaten in 5 days. What you need to do is visualize some roast beef and some mashed potatoes and gravy. Oh, please, bitch, you're killing me. Stop talking like that. No. The problem is you have a bad attitude about starving to death.
Both comedy and music transport you into their world.
Can you imagine if you was a police veteran taking this kid's police report? Okay, Mr. Smouillet, please tell me what happened. All right, 2 a.m. You left the house at 2 a.m. It's minus 16 degrees. All right. You were walking. All right. And where were you going? Subway. Sandwiches?
It brings you into the conversation, the stories, and it teaches you what it's like from the artist's perspective and how they see life.
These niggas will never understand. I'm tired of explaining to these people something that's so goddamn obvious.
Artists make choices to show you this instead of that, and tell you this and that way instead of this way, to convey themselves to the audience.
Displace it in different registers.
This is not funny at all. I got some pussy jokes too I could do, but I just.
Both music and comedy appeal to an audience's pathos. They play to the audience. Music can have a certain color, mood, or personality.
By simply adding notes around the melody, I am decorating it, almost like adding lacing to something. And this makes it sound prettier. There's more emotion to it. There's more color to the melody. There are more elaborate ways to do it.
And comedy can similarly be straight edge, blue, or surreal.
However, I have shot love onto somebody's chest before.
Another important parallel is the development of ethos. Comedians need to mesh with the crowd, and what they communicate needs to be understood by the crowd in the way that they want it conveyed.
And then things got better. 20 years after Dr. King was assassinated, Michael Jackson was moonwalking on television. Something, Barack Obama.
This involves the choice of words, acting, the tone, the rhythm. They're all very important aspects, especially for building tension.
I watched one of these nature shows one time, and they were talking about how a bushman finds water when it's scarce. And they do what's called a salt trap. I didn't know this. Apparently baboons love salt.
Okay.
So they put a lump of salt in a hole, and they wait for the baboon. The baboon comes, sticks his hand in the hole, grabs the salt makes his hand bigger, and he's trapped. He can't get his hand out. Now, if he's smart, all he does is let go of the salt. Baboon doesn't want to let go of the salt. Then the bushman just comes, takes the baboon, throws him in the cage, and gives him all the salt he wants. And then the baboon gets thirsty. The bushman lets him out of the cage. The first place the baboon runs to is water. The bushman follows him, and they both drink to their fill. And in that analogy, I felt like the baboon. But I was smart enough to let go of the salt.
In musical terms, there needs to be a certain harmony that appeals to the audience.
So now we're dealing with polyphony, multiple voices, and the complexity is in the interaction between all of them. And what's harder is to hear the happy birthday melody, but put away voices for a second. How else can we make the melody less recognizable? We can change the rhythm. So far it's been in groups of 3.
I couldn't take it anymore.
1, 2,
Hey!
3,
Hey, I
1,
said, raising my hand.
What
Get
about
your
groups of
fingers
4?
out of my face.
1, 2,
Chinaman.
4, 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to do
Mr. Fong say, hey!
1, 2, 3, 4,
Hey,
5.
what
1, 2,
make you
3,
think
4,
I'm
5.
Chinese?
1, 2,
You must not know what you're
1, 2,
saying. You
1,
made a
2,
mistake,
1.
crack man. Mr. Fong is Korean.
Finally, comedy isn't given the same respect for its complexity as another discipline like music. However, at the very top level, comedians execute their craft masterfully. They can get all the more abstract to provide meta-commentary, or masterfully break the technical rules of comedy.
So we have one last final level. The complexity of this last level is really hard to articulate because it has to do with creative alchemy and combining all the different parts so that they come together in a way that reflects me as an artist and what I want to express in music. You can just prepare a dish, but it's different from really cooking it with heart and with soul. So when you put all of the different levels together, this is what I would do.
I actually write jokes backwards. I will write a punchline with no particular setup in mind. I just put it on a scrap of paper, and I'll throw that scrap of paper in my fishbowl. I have a fishbowl in my house filled with random punchlines. And every once in a while, I'll shake the bowl, and I'll dig in there and just pull one out and see if I can make that shit work. And I picked one for this special. It's not an easy punchline to pull off. Are you ready? Yeah. Here it goes. The punchline is, so I kicked her in the pussy.